Could Naruto Uzumaki, the beloved Hokage and savior of the Hidden Leaf, really be guilty of crime? Sounds crazy, right? But hey, believe it! Believe it! I'm Naruto Uzumaki. Sure, he saved the world a dozen times over, but that doesn't erase some of his more questionable choices. Transform! From his mischievous pranks as a kid to decisions that almost shattered the entire ninja world, let's break it all down, starting with assault. Naruto Uzumaki has always had a thing for Sakura right from the get-go, but let's face it, his attempts to win her over sometimes crossed some serious lines, raising some major red flags. The episode Sasuke and Sakura, friends or foes, starts with a very happy Naruto, all because he's not a dropout anymore and he's got this headband to prove it, unless you graduate. Oh yeah, do you see this? Do you see this? It's a regulation headband. We're gonna be training together. He's absolutely right to feel proud, but there's one more person he wants to impress, and of course, that person is... Have you always been this delusional? Sakura. She's smiling at me. I think she likes me in this headband. Naruto, buddy, I hate to break it to you, but that girl's not into you. Mind if I sit next to you? Oh boy, Naruto, wake up to reality. It's clear her heart's set on Sasuke, not you, my dude. And can you blame her? You can tell that Naruto's no match for Sasuke in terms of look. As if things couldn't get more awkward, him and Sasuke have a heated stare-up, and bam, we got the first ever kiss in the entire show. What the... Not gonna lie, that kiss is pretty intense. It was like their lips were magnets, locking in an unforgettably awkward I'm gonna stop talking now. Naruto gets a beat down from all the girls in his class, which is an unavoidable thing after that kiss. Fast forward, and Itachi-sensei announces the new team lineup Naruto stuck with, Sakura and Sasuke. We can call that one win and one loss, right? But Naruto's not done yet. He's already hatching a devious plan to fix things his way. He waits for Sasuke to let his guard down and ties him up. His plan? To impersonate him and trick Sakura. When she leans in for a kiss, Naruto goes in for his too. But just as things get that intense, Naruto's stomach acts up and saves him from committing a different type of crime. My stomach! What timing? Hey, what's the matter? Maybe he needs a little time to get ready. Later, we discover the cause of Naruto's upset stomach. It turns out our boy can't even figure out how to check the expiration date on milk. One sip of this and he'd be running to the bathroom all day. Sorry, Kakashi, but this is the kid you've been tasked with training. Good luck, wouldn't want to be. In this episode, Naruto performs various crimes. First, he assaults Sasuke by attacking and tying him up. Then he impersonates Sasuke to deceive Sakura and even attempts to kiss her. In the real world, these actions could land him in serious trouble. For the assault on Sasuke, that's up to 1 year in jail. Impersonation, add another year and a $2,300 fine to the tab. Tough break. Naruto is known for his silly and heroic moments alike, but sometimes he crosses the line into creepy territory, like when he peeps at girls. Let's break it down chronologically, starting with episode 148 of Naruto. It begins with Hinata, Kiba, and Shino visiting the hospital to check on Kurenai-sensei. While they're there, they bump into Tsunade and, of course, Naruto. And let's just say things don't go smoothly for Hinata when Naruto shows up. I finally found you! Grandma Tsunade! Oh, hey! Hinata! The wait! Your face is looking a little red there, you okay? Why was Naruto there? Well, he was asking Tsunade for permission to go on a mission to search for Sasuke. Naruto's been breathing down her neck, asking for permission to go off in search of Sasuke, and snuck out of her office, but... yeah, he was lying here in wait for her. Hinata's clearly worried about Naruto losing his friend, and Kiba and Shino want to go help too. This is when Shino comes up with an idea. Well, there is one thing we can try. Yeah, like what? The Bikochu beetle. The Bikochu beetle. These beetles could seriously track Sasuke down if they catch his scent, but Tsunade has to add one more condition. They'll need one more person to join this mission. Lousy little snake. Ow! Go no matter what I do, right? You got it! I guess there's no point trying to stand in your way. Seriously, is there any way to stop Naruto at this point? On their first night searching for the beetle, everyone is asleep except for Naruto, who sneaks off to relieve his tank. But then he spots Hinata practicing her moves under a waterfall while bathing. I mean, normally I'd say any girl would freak out she caught a dude creeping on her like that, but knowing Hinata, if it was Naruto, on me! Hinata vanishes in a flash after Naruto clumsily falls into the water, but wait, there's more! In episode 311 of Naruto Shippuden, Lee suggests that the group hit up a bathhouse to recharge after feeling exhausted and bored. We should all go to the bathhouse together and unwind in the company of true friends! Great idea, Lee. Except maybe next time, you should actually show up to your own plan. Last to walk 3,000 steps on his hands. He said he'll come by when he finishes. I just really hope he gets here soon. 3,000 steps on hand, sure, he's capable of it, but dude, that'll take forever. Meanwhile, everyone else is relaxing and having a good time at the bathhouse, just when I thought I could relax by myself. Why'd everyone else have to come? Guess I spoke too soon. Now everyone's having a blast at the bathhouse doing goofy stuff and catching up, and Naruto, he's still thinking about Sasuke, the only one who's really changed. If he hadn't, he'd be here too. Sasuke? But how? Something wrong? Neji notices Naruto's expression but totally misreads it, thinking Naruto's up to something shady. I was just lost in thought, that's all. Well, I hope that's true. You'd better not be up to your old tricks again. Peeping, perhaps? What? It's no big deal. Props to Neji for being protective, but this is the moment Naruto shifts his thinking from missing Sasuke to something suspicious. On the other side is a whole different kind of fun to be had. What does Naruto do? He sneaks out of the boys section and heads straight for the girls section to peep on them. Let's not forget, his mentor is the self-proclaimed pervy sage, so Naruto's got all the training he needs to pull this one off. But peeping is to not get caught. What just happened? Naruto barely gets any peeping time before Lee, still in the middle of his 3,000-step handstand challenge, crashes into the girls' section. Broccoli? You crit! You were just trying to peep on us, weren't you? While training, he got caught on something. It was only an accident. I don't buy it. I'm gonna take care of you. Yep. Honestly, if it weren't for Lee, Naruto could have been peeping for much longer. But peeping on anyone is wrong, especially when it involves naked women while they're bathing. That's not gonna fly over well with anyone. These actions fall under voyeurism, which could land Naruto in jail for up to 2 years. No joke! Let's dive into another chapter of Naruto's troublemaking days. Vandalism. If you compare Naruto in his pre-Shippuden era to the more mature version we see later, it's like night and day. Shippuden Naruto was more disciplined, while Kid Naruto, mischievous don't even cover it. One of his earliest acts is graffiti. The series literally opens with Naruto defacing the Hokage monument, turning the pride of the village into his own personal art project. Here goes! Bombs away! Hold tight! And he doesn't just toss on a quick doodle. Oh no, this kid goes all in, turning the whole monument into his masterpiece. You're just bent because you don't have the guts to do what I do ya, losers? Not gonna lie, it's almost impressive how much everybody puts into making the third Hokage look the most hilarious. But the graffiti wasn't the only outlet for his creative destruction. In another episode, Naruto casually vandalizes someone's wall for literally no reason. Every speck of that graffiti is gone. Shut up! Hey, but I have a question. How in the world did a random middle-aged man catch Naruto in the act when even a trained ninja couldn't? It's a mystery. But he didn't just do vandalism for fun. Oh no, the poor kid was just acting out. This next act of property damage isn't completely his fault. In the episode, the battle begins, Naruto versus Sasuke. Naruto and Sasuke fight for the first time, and the reason behind it, well, Sasuke's feeling a bit overshadowed by Naruto. Even Sasuke's brother doesn't seem particularly interested in him. You don't interest me at the moment. So to resolve this, Sasuke challenges Naruto to fight. Typical teenage stuff. And where do they decide to settle this? Well, on the hospital rooftop, because apparently public property is the best of battlefields. But instead of immediately fighting, they start things off with some good old teenage trash talk. Idiot like you has no business acting all high and mighty. Am I making you nervous? You picked a fight with me and now you're too scared to go through with it. Well, more like a roast session. Once the pre-fight banter's over, you'd think that they just get straight to it, right? Complete embarrassment. Only because next to me you're embarrassed at how weak you are. On the wall! Sasuke! Alright, after some back and forth roasting, Naruto and Sasuke finally get down to business. That was so uncalled for. And before you know it, they're unleashing their signature moves, Sasuke's Chidori and Naruto's Rasengan. Oh, and I almost forgot there's Sakura too, just being there, doing nothing. Stop it! And just when things are about to get serious, Kakashi steps in and changes the direction of both to the water tank. Kakashi-sensei! Both of them did hit the tank, but Naruto's damage was way bigger compared to Sasuke's. Damn it! Well, that's a big achievement for Naruto, and for Sasuke, a lesson that he needs to practice more. But during this whole fight, how much they damaged the rooftop at the hospital, well, it's considerable. In our world, we call this vandalism, and Naruto committed a bunch of it. While they're not that serious, each one can lead to a year in jail, totaling up to 3 years in jail. Naruto might have had the last laugh, but it's looking like a one-way ticket to prison. In the early Naruto series, our boy had a knack for biting off way more than he could chew, often dragging others into danger right along with him. One of the most reckless decisions Naruto made was requesting a more challenging mission than his team was prepared for. You always lecture me like you're my grandfather or something. I'm a ninja now, and I want a ninja mission. This happens during the Land of Waves arc, where Naruto and his team are assigned a C-rank mission. I'm going to give you a C-ranked mission. You'll be bodyguards on a journey. Who? Are we guarding a princess? Or some base-wage counselor? The mission was supposed to be simple, guarding someone until they reached their destination. Seems easy, right? Wrong! Turns out the mission wasn't so chill after all. It escalated into an A-rank nightmare with the arrival of Zabuza, a rogue ninja way out of their league. And Naruto didn't contribute much. In fact, he was more of a burden to his team, especially during the attack by the Demon Brothers. All Naruto could manage were panicked reactions, while Kakashi and Sasuke carried the team. Without them, it would have been game over. But as reckless as he was, we can't just slap him with a charge for this alone. No, this was just the beginning of a bigger problem. During the climactic fight against Haku, Naruto doubled down on his poor decision-making. So Sasuke was trapped in the crystal ice mirrors, and instead of using his outside the mirrors advantage, Naruto decided, hey, why not jump into the trap too? You beat him, Sasuke! Right, you had one jab. You always get in the way, Naruto. It never fails. I can't help but feel for Sasuke. Taking down a villain while babysitting a kid with big dreams is no easy feat. But Naruto's reckless moves didn't just stop there. They keep piling up. For instance, during the Shonen exams, Naruto pulled another stunt that could have easily harmed Shikamaru. Right before Shikamaru's fight against Temari, Naruto rushes in and gives him a big pat on the back, knocking him off balance and sending him crashing to the ground from a decent height. If it's gonna be like this, maybe I'll withdraw too. Alright! Go on, Shikamaru, you can do it! Thanks a lot, Naruto. The only good thing that came of it was Shikamaru not withdrawing immediately. The situation could easily fall under reckless endangerment. The core idea of reckless endangerment is the risk of harm or injury, and Naruto's impulsive actions could have led to unintended consequences, which can lead up to 6 months in jail and $1,000 in fines. As for the earlier incident, Naruto could be held criminally negligent for putting both himself and Sasuke in harm's way. This reckless behavior could land him up to 10 years in prison. Guess it's lucky for Naruto that saving the village comes with a lot of free passes. Alright, let's dive into the episode My Name is Konohamaru, where Naruto's antics lead the young Konohamaru to discover the infamous sexy no jutsu and develop a fascination with it. The episode kicks off with Naruto and the third Hokage arguing over Naruto's photo for an application. Naruto tells the Hokage he spent up to 3 hours taking this photo, but come on, it's definitely not going to make the cut. To convey this frustration, Naruto uses his most reliable jutsu. War. Pretty please, Lord Hokage. Meanwhile, Konohamaru, trying to escape his overbearing tutor, Ebisu, stumbles upon Naruto's carefree, rebellious attitude. Konohamaru is captivated by Naruto's boldness, and Naruto doesn't care that Konohamaru is the Hokage's grandson. What's the matter, huh? I thought you were gonna hit me, chump guy. Afraid cause the third Hokage is my grandfather? So believe it. Frustrated with living in his grandfather's shadow, Konohamaru becomes intrigued by Naruto's rebellious streak and he idolizes him and insists on learning the jutsu to help him break free from his own constraints and earn recognition. I'll be your apprentice and you'll be my trainer. And afterward, you've gotta show me how to do that sexy jutsu thing you did on Grandpa Hokage. Naruto, after hearing Konohamaru call him boss, agrees to be his mentor. No, I need a new trainer. Please, boss. Huh? Boss. Well, how can I refuse? It's obvious that Naruto, whether he meant to or not, totally encourages Konohamaru to follow in his footsteps. And Konohamaru, he's all in, super excited to learn that sexy no jutsu. Because in the first episode of Naruto Shippuden, when they reunite after years, Konohamaru's first move is, you guessed it, sexy jutsu. Hey, Naruto! Sexy jutsu. Well, what do you think? Not too bad in the curves department there, huh? For a moment, Naruto tries to act mature and above it all, but let's be real, he's Naruto, and with a mentor like Pervy Sage, it's clear he's not exactly moving past his childish ways. Konohamaru, is that all you've got? And get a load of my brand spanking new Pervy Genjutsu! It's Sakura who ends up being the most hurt by all of this, man. If we're talking legal charges, which, I mean, we are, Naruto could be facing contributing to the delinquency of a minor for encouraging inappropriate behavior in Konohamaru, which could lead up to a year in prison and a $2,500 fine. Plus, his use of the sexy no jutsu could be considered lewd conduct and indecent exposure, which could land him up to 8 years in jail for his actions deemed inappropriate in both public and private spaces. In episode 1 of Naruto, we see a young and eager Naruto desperately trying to prove himself as a capable ninja, but his approach leads him down a dangerous and misguided path. The episode kicks off with Naruto skipping class to set up pranks, but his fun is short-lived when Iruka-sensei catches him red-handed. We quickly learn that Naruto's failed the graduation test twice already, and this is his last chance to pass. You failed the graduation test last time, and the time before that, and you're messing up again. Who told Naruto that becoming Hokage was as easy as playing pranks on people? Gotta lock in, brother. Despite Iruka-sensei's advice, he still doesn't take things seriously. When the big exam day arrives, he's given a jutsu that's well beyond his ability, and as expected, it all falls apart. Reality hits Naruto hard, and he's feeling down. That's when Mizuki-sensei swoops in, revealing a secret that pushes Naruto to steal the sacred scroll containing a forbidden jutsu. It's Naruto. He stole the sacred scroll. You mean the scroll of sealing? No! Hold up, Konoha. How did a kid like Naruto get past such high-security government property and swipe one of the village's most important scrolls? These guys seriously need to lock in. Later on in the episode, Naruto realizes Mizuki's betrayal. He was set up all along. But Naruto doesn't back down and uses the jutsu from the scroll to take them down. Someone down there! Not coming? Then we're gonna come after you. That sound? Yeah, it's pretty clear Naruto was not holding back. Despite his actions, the village doesn't punish him and Iruka even graduates him. However, the illegal act of breaking into a high-security facility and stealing a critical document like the Forbidden Scroll would be a serious crime in real life. Naruto would likely face charges of breaking and entering, potentially resulting in up to a year in jail. As for grand theft, well, that's a serious crime, and given the value of the scroll, Naruto could be looking at 10 years behind bars. I mean, the scroll is called Forbidden for a reason. We're halfway through Naruto's misadventures and the spiky-haired knucklehead has already racked up 37 years and 6 months of jail time, plus $3,500 in fines. That's a lot of ramen bowls he'll need to pay off. But if you think his record so far is bad, trust me. The next half will make you question whether he's the hero or the biggest menace of the Hidden Leaf Village. Or both. Buckle up, it's about to get even wilder. Oh boy, here we go. Naruto's going full-on action hero mode. Maybe a little too hard. Aoi, the villain of this arc, is hired by Kyogoku Ragurashi to sabotage Idate's chances of winning the Todoroki Shrine race. Don't worry, you don't need to know what any of those words mean. Naruto and his team were tasked with helping Idate, making Aoi the major obstacle to their mission. Please lend our family your strength. If we lose again, it means the Wagurashi will control this town for 4 more years. Speaking of Aoi, he's been up to some shady stuff, sabotaging ships, poisoning people, and stabbing folks with poison-filled sunba. Not exactly someone you'd call to host a game, am I right? As the race nears its climax, Aoi's final move to secure his client's victory is blocking Idate and Naruto's team from crossing the bridge. I just have to cross this bridge and I'm on Ouzu Island. Well then, get moving. One thing Aoi has going for him is the Blade of the Thunder Spirit, a seriously powerful weapon that can block even Naruto's Rasengan. This could be all there is to it, but honestly, his mouth might be even sharper. Just check out how he roasts Sasuke. I'd always heard that the last of the great Uchiha clan was a hopeless loser, unworthy of his family name. Whoa, Howie, maybe tone it down a notch, brother. That's smack talk. Fired Sasuke up, leading to another Chidori. This time, Sasuke actually manages to damage Aoi's sword. Just a little, but it'll come in handy later. But of course, Naruto's gotta step in and save the day. Charging in like a hero, he lands a couple of Rasengan on Aoi's sword, completely shattering it and sending Aoi flying up a cliff. Now, whether Aoi survived or not remains a mystery since the series never confirms it, but it's safe to say he didn't make it. Wasn't that a bit too much force? Sure, Aoi was the villain, but sending someone hurtling to their death just because they wouldn't let you cross a bridge sounds like a case for manslaughter charges, don't you think? But no villains are safe. He was defending himself. You're right. I don't care. Never let me on a jury panel, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, we see something very similar to this in the episode The Secret Weapon, where Naruto and his team go up against Itachi. And even with powerful attacks like Chidori and Rasengan, nothing could land a hit on him. Sharingan is a real problem. Not again. So Naruto decides to pull out something bigger. He busts out his new giant Rasengan, landing a solid hit on the dude. Giant Rasengan! It's incredible. My word. There's no way Itachi's gonna survive that, which he didn't. But of course, there's a twist. It wasn't actually Itachi that Naruto hit. Turns out the whole thing was a ruse. Itachi's team, Akatsuki, was using someone else's body as a host to create a clone. So when Naruto's Rasengan hit, it wasn't the real Itachi getting taken down. It was Yura's body taking the blow instead. His name is Yura. And he's a Jonin from our own village. That twist, yeah, it's a huge one. Who saw that coming? Total mind bender. I mean, I see it coming now these days, but at the time I didn't. But Naruto's Rasengan is no joke. It really does deal fatal blows to people. While Aoi and Yuro's deaths may have been unintentional, the excessive force used in these situations would not go unnoticed in a court of law. If convicted of excessive force in these situations, Naruto could be looking up to 12 years behind bars for involuntary manslaughter. Even heroes need to tread lightly. And this is a perfect example of how a little too much force can lead to serious consequences. Remember the time Naruto technically broke out of chakra prison? So the allied shinobi forces, worried about the havoc the Nine Tails could wreak if captured by enemies, decided Naruto should sit this one out. But Naruto? He eyes up their plans. Things started going downhill when Naruto senses the Nine Tails' chakra outside. His buddy B tries to reassure him, but Naruto ain't buying it. Instead of staying put and trusting his team, he pulls out the oldest trick in the book, the I gotta use the bathroom excuse. Where's the bathroom? The first doorway on the left outside. You can't miss it. You escape the space. Go with him. Oh. While Naruto sneaks around, two guards catch on and sound the alarm. Enter Itachi, the teacher who's always been like a father to Naruto. They try to reason with him, pleading for Naruto to stay put. But Naruto, in full sage mode now, isn't hearing it. He breaks through every defense thrown at him. Naruto discovers the truth. There's a whole war going on without him. So he decides to go back to the chakra isolation chamber and wait till the fighting ends. Nah, just kidding. He actually rushes in to save his friends as always. No, there's no way you bought that. There's no way. Can't keep me here. He broke free. I'll stop him. Parasitic insects can't handle the Nine Tails chakra. But there's just one thing standing between Naruto and freedom, and that's the barrier holding him in. Enter Killer B stepping in to help. There's a barrier beyond that, and you and I are gonna break it. Stat! Alright, Octopath! Without wasting any time, Naruto charges forward, smashing through the barriers in his way. It's no good! The barrier can't regenerate quickly enough! Naruto's jailbreak evolves into a full-blown rebellion. Teaming up with B, they go on breaking barriers, leaving the allied forces scrambling. Things really heat up when the Raikage A and Tsunade intercept them. If you think Naruto's going to back down now, you clearly have not been paying attention. He challenges the fastest shinobi alive, and let's just say Naruto is way over his head. How's this? confront Naruto, just admit you can't beat the guy. A's patience runs out and he declares he's ready to kill both Naruto and B to protect the Alliance's strategy. If you continue to insist on going, I will kill you right here and now. What? No! Yo, the stakes just hit an all-time high. But Naruto being Naruto counters with sheer determination. Even Tsunade, who's torn between her duty as a Kage and her affection for Naruto, struggles to keep up with his unrelenting resolve. Okay, let's go to the chase and focus on Naruto's crimes here. By escaping the chakra isolation chamber, he breaks military laws, which could result in 5 years of confinement. Overpowering guards like Shibi and the Akamichi duo is clearly assault, and that could lead to 1 year in prison or a $6,000 fine. Smashing the chakra barrier, a high-value Allied Forces resource, counts as property destruction, punishable by up to 10 years in prison, a $250,000 fine. Naruto has been in countless battles, and sometimes those battles leave behind more collateral damage than a Hollywood blockbuster. From bridges to entire forests, Naruto's fights have caused some serious destruction over the years. Take, for instance, his first fight against Orochimaru in Naruto Shippuden. Naruto's not here to chat, he's out for blood, aiming to bring Sasuke back. But in his quest for revenge, he taps into a little too much of the Nine Tails' power. Give Sasuke back. You give him back. Orochimaru's cool, calm, and collected, but Naruto, all the dude's about to lose it. The taunting snake pushes his buttons a little too much, and next thing you know, boom, there they go. Dude, your whole team is on that rage too. Maybe take a second to think this through. But no, the rage is real. And when Naruto snaps, there's no stopping the chaos. This isn't how Naruto typically fights, and we get a little insight from Pervy Sage about why this is happening. Was back when Naruto and I were off training together. And the fourth tail appeared. Anger acts like a trigger. The number of tails increases along with his rage. But let's get back to the carnage. Not only does Naruto take down the bridge, but his wild attacks almost take out Sakura too. When Kabuto sneaks up on Naruto, he responds with an attack and poor Sakura gets caught in the crossfire. Yes! Accidentally putting his teammates in danger while the world crumbles around him. To make things worse, the bridge collapses entirely. Oh, wait, did I mention Sakura's still unconscious on that bridge? If no one saves her, she's toast. In this serious situation, Sai does this. Thankfully, Captain Yamato steps in to save the day. Now that Naruto's in full-on rage mode, he's rampaging through the environment with no regard for anything in his path. Pretty impressive destruction from a guy who's supposedly known for his talk no jutsu. But it's not just this fight. Naruto's tendency to lose his temper leads to a lot of unnecessary environmental damage. Take his fight with Pain, for example. When Hinata's knocked out by Pain, Naruto goes berserk. The rage is very real, and when Naruto's this mad, there's no line between friend and foe. He just wants revenge, blood. He's willing to wreck everything around him to get it. Those reckless moves could land him in some serious prison time, and guess what? He's just getting started. In a mere matter of seconds, the entire battlefield is transformed. Rocks, water, explosions, it's all chaos. Just take a look at all this. My God. Big, unnecessary destruction, all because Naruto's anger issues got the best of him. Endangering Sakura in the process, that's a serious offense. Could qualify as reckless endangerment, which could land him up to 5 years in prison or hefty fines. Destroying the bridge will cause for a charge of destruction of public property. Naruto could face up to 1 year behind bars and major restitution costs. And let's not forget the massive environmental damage. While this isn't strictly pollution, U.S. environmental laws do not mess around. Penalties for destroying landscapes, forests, or ecosystems can result in fines of up to $5,000 and potentially 10 years in jail depending on the extent of the destruction. One thing Naruto will never do is give any kind of info on Sasuke. Like seriously, even if his butt gets beaten by some ninjas, it don't matter. When Killer Bee was kidnapped by the Akatsuki, the Cloud Village was desperate for any intel, especially about Sasuke. Naruto and his team were there, but did he help out? Nope, not even under pressure. You can always count on Naruto to stand by his friends, even if it means taking a serious beating.
I know that I'm only being selfish, but I won't sell out Sasuke like that.
Why? Naruto's vision was spot on. Choosing revenge would only fuel a cycle of hatred for generations. But bro, what about the present? This could have sparked an eternal rift between the Hidden Leaf and Cloud Villages, causing chaos for everyone involved. Luckily, Naruto had another way of handling the situation, one that stayed true to his beliefs and aimed to unite rather than divide.
You guys can beat me up instead. Get it all out. I offer myself.
They did not go easy on him. Naruto took one hell of a beating that sunny afternoon, but despite the beating, he refused to spill any info about Sasuke, standing firm against their demands. Naruto's actions in refusing to provide information about Sasuke could indirectly be seen as an accessory after the fact to Sasuke's crimes. Since Sasuke, as a member of the Akatsuki, participated in the kidnapping of Killer Bee, Naruto's silence might be interpreted as complicity. In legal terms, aiding a crime like kidnapping can carry penalties of up to 20 years in jail. Can't say Naruto is not a true friend though. Now let's talk about one of Naruto's most infamous moves yet again, the sexy no jutsu, a transformation technique that, let's be honest, lands squarely in the category of public indecency. While it's played off as a joke most of the time, later on in the series, Naruto actually weaponizes its upgraded version, harem jutsu, to distract none other than Kaguya herself. Yes, Naruto-sama pulled a 1000 IQ play in the middle of an apocalyptic battle. Absolute legend. But for holding Naruto to real-world standards, that's crossing a line, isn't it? And of course, we already talked about this, but the first time we see this ridiculous stunt is in episode 1, where Naruto decides to prank Utica. He's asked to perform a transformation jutsu, and instead of following instructions, he pulls off the sexy jutsu, turning into a naked girl.
Do your best.
This is definitely not what Hinata had in mind when she said, do your best to Naruto. You really take this to a whole new level. And if pranking Utica wasn't enough, Naruto levels up by performing the sexy jutsu in front of the third Hokage.
Try more. A 70-piece Lord Hokage.
Honestly, the poor guy loses so much blood, it's a miracle he survives the encounter. If Naruto kept pulling this stunt, he might have sent the Hokage straight to his grave. The man's heart might not have survived the sight. But Naruto didn't just use his jutsu for laughs, he used it as a bargaining chip. For example, when he wanted to train under Jiraiya, what did he do? Whip out the sexy jutsu once again. In doing so, Naruto unknowingly hits two birds with one stone. And let's not forget Killer Bee, another victim of Naruto's mischievous actions.
See, I'm begging on my knees, full of respect. So, help me, please.
Luckily, Bee didn't fall for it, but plenty of others sure did. Naruto used the hell out of this jutsu, but in the real world, performing stunts like this in public would definitely fall under public indecency. Jutsus like this don't exist in real life. But if they did, I mean, considering how many times Naruto pulls this off, it could easily escalate to a felony. I'm not even kidding. And based on these clips alone, he could face some serious legal consequences, potentially $4,000 in fines and a lengthy 20 years in jail. Yeah, I don't think the sexy jutsu is gonna get him out of this one. Let's talk about one of Naruto's most intense and legally questionable offenses, aggravated assault, specifically in his explosive battles with Sasuke. We know how close they are and how much they care for each other in one way or another, but Naruto and Sasuke's battles, both at the end of the original Naruto series and Shippuden, go far beyond a simple sparring match. These fights involved life-threatening attacks, massive collateral damage, and intent to harm, even if emotions were high and stakes were personal.
I'll beat you into oblivion if that's what it's gonna take to bring you back home.
Spoiler alert if you haven't seen the finale of Naruto. This battle is all about Naruto trying to stop Sasuke from abandoning the village, but instead of reasoning with him, they're exchanging devastating attacks. Even Sasuke knows Naruto was waiting for this moment.
Be honest with yourself. You've been waiting for this moment too.
Naruto's Rasengan, despite not killing Sasuke, would count as aggravated assault. Even though Naruto takes a brutal beating from Sasuke, these two aren't ones to back down easily, and their conflict is far from over. This battle is not about settling differences peacefully, it's personal through and through. In the rematch, Naruto pulls out all the stops, using immense power, including the tailed beast chakra, to try to incapacitate Sasuke. But the battle starts with some classic hard punches. The way they battle is intense and mesmerizing, but let's not forget this isn't a fight driven by war or higher-ups, it's personal. By the end, both of them are nearly dead, each losing an arm. In real life, this level of violence, regardless of their personal motives, would be a serious felony. We're all messed up. Yeah, that's for sure, guys. When it comes to crimes, Naruto would be charged with aggravated assault, leading to a potential 15 years in prison and a $15,000 fine. We cannot forget that Naruto pulled this stunt twice, which would double the sentence to 30 years and $30,000. Naruto and Sasuke's battle was so intense, it was like they were fighting to see who could break the most laws, not just the bones. All in all, Naruto's total prison sentence comes out to a whopping 151 years and 6 months, with fines stacking up to a hefty $292,500. Now that's one way to make a mess of things. But hey, if you think that's a crazy amount of time and money, just wait till you see who else might top Naruto's record here. Click the video on screen to find out which of the characters have racked up some serious jail time.